Joining us now, former deputy assistant to the president, Fox News national security strategist Sebastian Gorka, Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi. Pam, thoughts?
Oh, Sean, it's like you said, if we were watching this on a movie, I don't think anyone would believe it, how unreal it is and what you've uncovered, what Fox has uncovered. First of all of these people need to be wiped off the case. They need to start over. There's no question about that. And I will say this every time. There are so many great men and women in our federal government, just like you said. But this has really gotten out of control. I think Ron DeSantis asked some great questions today. Trey Gowdy was great. And Rod Rosenstein sat there and answered him. And Rod said something, and I know Rod. Let me tell you, I know Rod. I've dealt with Rod, and I have only had completely ethical dealings with Rod. And that's my hope right here. He said something. It is their responsibility to be sure influence do not.
Pam, what else do we need?
Opinions don't influence their actions. Well, what we need now is to get all of these other people off the case. And from hearing him today, I think he's ethical. I think all these people need to be removed. They're not.
Pam,
if you take Strzok and Page,
he said he thinks Mueller's doing a good job.
I think we need to hold on, though, Sean, and see what happens. I'm not defending Mueller. I'm not defending Rosenstein right now. But what I'm saying is, given everything that you've exposed, giving the hard-hitting questions today that he got at Congress, let's see what happens now. Let's see. All of these people need to be wiped out. There are plenty of good people out there who can handle a case, who have no influence. They haven't given to either party. And as you said, 8 out of the 16 people have not only donated to Democrats, but they have been very active in the anti-Trump movement. They all need to be gone.
Gorka.
Frankly, if they're if they're talking about Andrew McCabe, there could be some criminal issues involved here too. Very strong criminal issues.
How do we interpret, Dr. Gorka, the insurance policy that they discussed with who we think is Andrew McCabe? Is the insurance policy, when you look at the timeline, that we'll just go after Trump and we'll manufacture Trump-Russian collusion, and that'll be the means to take out a duly elected president if we need to, because we're smarter than everybody else that voted for Donald Trump?
Sean, I'm not going to interpret, hypothesize, or parse what individual words in these text messages mean. We have enough evidence already. And I have to disagree with Pam. It's not about replacing individuals. It's about dissolving this team. We now know this team, Mueller's team, is manned by members of Hillary's so-called resistance movement. There's a reason that Lady Justice is blindfolded. In this case, she's taken her blindfold off. She's partisan, and she's using that sword to attack the president. And one crucial point, where is Peter Strzok today? The second these text messages came out, Director Wray should have gone up to Peter Strzok, taken his gun, taken his badge, and fired him from law enforcement. He is now in the HR department of the Bureau. Think about what you can do at the HR department. Is he there massaging documents? Is he hiding the political identities of other people investigating the president? This isn't political bias. This is corruption at the highest level of law enforcement.
How can he look at the team of Clinton lovers, Trump haters that have been assembled, the unethical, proven behavior of Andrew Weissman? How could he look at this team that he has put together, and then we hear, I want to believe the path you threw out for consideration in Andy's office, that there's no way Trump gets elected. But I'm afraid we can't take that risk. It's like an insurance policy in case you die before you're 40. I can't interpret that as any other way than deep state, powerful operatives scheming, plotting, and planning to undermine an election. Tell me where I'm wrong, Pam Bondi.
No, and Sebastian, you used much better words than I. That team they need to be dissolved and they need to be investigated. I guess I'm holding out hope that Rod Rosenstein, after listening to him testify, that he is having that entire team investigated.
Pam, why doesn't he see the team?
I can tell you, Sean.
I hope he sees it, and I hope they're being dissolved. And I hope we see very soon, and dissolved is a much better word, Sebastian, that this team needs to be wiped out.
Let me give you one example.
I agree with that.
Comey and Strzok. They're the two guys that exonerated Hillary Clinton. We now know on the email server investigation, they exonerated her before the investigation. Now, that sounds like obstruction to me.
They're corrupt. They're
Dr.
corrupt.
Gorka?
Comey is corrupt. Strzok is corrupt. I know Rod Rosenstein. I've met him. He is a quintessential bureaucratic survivor. He is going to skate along trying to make everybody happy, but he's not going to change the fundamentally corrupt nature of this team. Even Mueller himself, he's a Vietnam vet. He's got a sterling record, but maybe he's just utterly tone deaf. You cannot have 10 people that are absolutely in the tank for Hillary investigate the Republican president who defeated Hillary.
I gave you the one example. I'll give you another example. What about the dossier? How is it possible 4 doors down from Rod Rosenstein is a guy by the name of Bruce Orr? He's meeting with Fusion GPS as this is all going on. His wife is doing anti-Trump research for them. 4 doors down. Now, Trump-Russia collusion. How about Hillary paying for Russian propaganda lies that were used in a campaign to influence the American people? Is that collusion, Pam?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you can't blame Rosenstein just because his office is 4 doors down. And again, I'm not defending him. I'm saying I'm hoping he's going to do the right thing. I know him. I've worked with him. All of these people, I agree, need to be dissolved off this investigation. And he said we're going to be seeing something very soon. And that's what I'm hopeful we're going to be seeing, because he's supervising Mueller.
This is worse than Watergate
Rosenstein.
on a million levels here.
I agree.
By the time we untangle this massive web of corruption, it will be worse than Watergate. It will be Watergate on human growth hormone and steroids combined at massive levels.
It's a banana republic,
And you're the one who had to untangle it, Sean, not the federal government.
It's
That's
sad.
the shame of it.
And the media is nowhere to be found. They're still locked into a 1-year investigation with 0 evidence. That's how pathetic they are.
I doubt we would have had today's hearing without you, Sean. That's how bad it is.
A lot of Sarah Carter, John Solomon, and some of our colleagues here at Fox, Catherine Herridge and others. It's literally a small group, and all of you. Thank you.